Standard 7, History, Chapter number 1, Sources of History. Introduction. We studied ancient Indian history last year. This year, we are going to study the medieval period of Indian history. Broadly, the period from the 9th century CE till the end of the 18th century CE is considered to be the medieval period of Indian history. In this lesson, we are going to study the sources of medieval history. History gives us a chronological, scientific, and systematic account of past events. 4 factors are very important from the viewpoint of history. They are individuals, society, place, and time. History must be based on authentic evidence or proofs. These proofs are known as the sources of history. Let us classify these sources into material sources, written sources, and oral sources to learn more about them. Let us also evaluate the sources of history. We have to consider many factors related to the historical event that we want to study. It is necessary to support our study with historical sources. These sources have to be verified. We have to see whether they are authentic. It is necessary to use these sources judiciously and only after a critical analysis. Material sources. Physical sources, memorials, buildings, cave sculptures, inscriptions, coins, copper plates, forts. Forts have an important place among material sources. Some major types of forts are hill forts, forest forts, sea forts, and forts on the plains. Monuments include samadhis, graves, veergad, and buildings include palaces, ministerial mansions, queen's quarters, that is, Rani Vasa, and also houses of common people. They all provide insights about that period. Looking at them, we come to know about the development of architecture, the economic conditions, the quality of art, style of the building construction, and people's standard of living in that particular period. Can you tell? How do coins narrate history? Let's learn. Since ancient times, coins like kavdi, damdi, dhela, pai, paisa, ana, and rupee were used. Some local idioms or proverbs are based on coins. For example, ek foot ki kavdi denar nahi. Here, foot ki kavdi means the lowest bit of money. Sola ana sach means 100% true. The coins made by different rulers using metals like gold, silver, copper are important sources of history. From these coins, we learn about the rulers, their period, governance, religious ideas, personal details, etc. Similarly, we also learn about the financial transactions and economic conditions prevailing at that time. We also see how far metallurgy had advanced in that period. From the images of Ram Sita on the coins of Emperor Akbar or Shiva Parvati on the coins of Hyder Ali, we see the religious coordination of those days. The Peshwas used the Arabic or Persian language on their coins. This throws light on the use of language in that period. An inscription is a carving on a stone or a wall, etc. For example, the inscriptions found in the Brihadishwara temple premises in Tanjavur Many inscriptions of the period of Chalukya, Rashtrakut, Chola, and Yadav kings have been found. An inscription is considered to be a very important and reliable source of history. It helps us to understand features like the language, script, social life of a period. Inscriptions carved on sheets of copper are known as copper plates. Royal edicts, verdicts, etc. are inscribed on copper plates. Do you know? Chaityas, viharas, temples, churches, mosques, agyaris, dargahs, maqbaras, gurudwaras, monuments, sculptures, wells, minarets, village boundaries and gates, weapons, utensils, ornaments, clothes, decorative articles, toys, implements, musical instruments are all material sources of history. Written sources. We learn about significant historical events in the medieval period from sources like the writing styles of scripts like Devanagari, Arabic, Persian, Mori, etc., as also from the varieties of different languages, Bhurjpatras, religious manuscripts, treaties, edicts, decrees, biographies, paintings, etc. We can gather information about the food items, attire, conventions and rules of conduct of the people, festivals and about people's life, etc. from these sources. Sources of this type are called written sources of history. During this period, travelers from other countries came to India. They have written travelogues or accounts of their travels. Some of them are Al-Biruni, Ibn Battuta, Nikolai Manucci. Babur's biography, Sri Shiv Bharat, or the Sanskrit biography of Shivaji Maharaj, composed by the poet Paramanand, as well as various other biographies of different rulers and their correspondence, help us to understand the policies and administrative systems of the rulers and their diplomatic relations with others. Tawarik or Tariq means the sequence of events. Tawarikhs written by Al-Biruni, Ziauddin Barani, Maulana Ahmad, Yahya bin Ahmad, Mirza Haidar, Bhimsen Saxena, etc. are available. Bakhar is a type of chronicle that originated in Maharashtra. Chronicles help in understanding aspects like the contemporary political happenings, linguistic transactions, cultural life, social conditions, etc. Many of the chronicles in Marathi were written many years after the events had occurred. As a result, they are seen to rely on hearsays. Some of these chronicles are Mahi Kavatichi Bakhar, Sabhasad Bakhar, Chitnisachi Bakhar, Bhausahebachi Bakhar, etc. The works of contemporary Western historians like Robert Arm, M.C. Sprengel, and Grant Duff are also important. Do this. Make a collection of Powadas, tribal songs. Present them in the cultural programs arranged in your school. Oral sources. We understand various aspects of folk life through folk literature traditionally passed on from generation to generation. Some examples are ovis, folk songs, powadas, folk tales, legends, and myths. Such type of sources are called oral sources of history. Do you know? The Povada of Tanaji. Given is an extract from a Povada composed by Tulsidas Shahir. He portrays the Kondhana campaign in it. The Povada contains beautiful character sketches of Tanaji, Shelar Mama, Shivaji Maharaj, Veer Mata Jijabai, etc.
मामा बोलाया तो लागला 80 वर्षीचा म्हातारा. लगीन राहिले रायबाचे तो मजला सांगावी. माझ्या तानाजी सुभेदारा जे गेले सिंहगडाला. त्याचे पाठीरे पाहिले नाही पुढारे पाहिले. ज्याने आंबारे खाईला बाठा बुजरा लाविला. त्याचे झाड होऊनी आंबे बांधले. किल्ला हाती नाही आला. सिंहगड किल्ल्याची वार्ता काढू नको तानाजी सुभेदारा. जे गेले सिंहगडाला ते मरुनशानी गेले. तुमचा सपाटा होईल असे बोलू नको रे मामा. आम्ही सूरमर्द क्षत्री नाही भिणार मरणाला.
Writing history. History is written with the help of the 3 types of sources mentioned above. Even after it has been written down, research on it goes on continuously. New sources and information come to light through this research. Then, history has to be rewritten accordingly. We can see that our history books and those of our parents and grandparents differ to a certain extent. Say your say. Suggest measures for preserving sources of history. Evaluating the sources of history. It is necessary to take certain precautions before using these sources of history. We have to examine their authenticity and see which are genuine and which are fake. Their quality can be determined with the help of internal standards. We also have to study the integrity of the writers, their personal interests, the period in which they live, and the political pressures on them. It is also important to see whether they rely on hearsay or give an eyewitness account. We need to consider the exaggerations, metaphors, and other literary devices they use. Their information has to be verified with the help of other contemporary sources. The information may be one-sided, contradictory, or exaggerated. It has to be seen in a proper perspective. The sources have to be subjected to a critical analysis. The author's impartiality and neutrality are very important in writing history.